Hi, I'm Garrett Lawler from Zendesk. I've always been passionate about helping businesses enhance their customer care on the best CX platform available, and exploring various aspects of customer experience is what brings me to Speaker Spotlight. So thanks for joining us today. We are celebrating CX leaders, developers, and innovators who approach customer experiences with forward-thinking methods and strategic foresight. If this is your first time watching our collaborative series, here we aim to delve into stories from across the industry, highlighting how a customer-centric mindset and cutting-edge solutions can really drive breakthrough successes as well as valuable learning opportunities. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Oren Levy. Hey Oren, thanks so much for joining us today. Look, to kick things off, could you tell us a bit about yourself and also Move's journey so far?
Sure. First of all, thank you so much. My name is Oren Levy. I'm the data and AI lead at Move. I started my journey at Move as a customer service agent, and I grew up in the company up until that position today. Move actually is on a mission to redefine how holiday packages are searched and booked. We've built the world's first AI-powered booking platform that eliminates the traditional search. So actually, as a user, you don't need to exactly know to which destination you want to go and exactly the dates you are looking for. You can just type in the theme of vacation you're looking for, or the dates more or less in March, April, 2 or 3 nights, and then you let us do the work for you. The platform is generating offer especially based on the customer preferences and the customer profile. Actually, you can imagine a feed-driven experience exactly like Spotify or Instagram, but for travel.
Sounds great and really efficient. Yeah, it's great. Can you tell us a little bit more about the customer experience side of the business as well? Just maybe give us some insight into that.
Sure. So our customer service is divided into 3 levels. So level 1, tier 1 service, which is provided per market for localized expertise. Okay. So let's say we have a brand in Israel. So we have our tier 1 based in Israel, speaking in Hebrew. And for example, we have a brand Holiday Heroes in Germany, which we have our dedicated team in German for the German market. Now we have tier 2 and 3, which are centralized in our operation center in Cape Town to maintain efficiency and to actually centralize all the fulfillment and operation in one single place. Okay. We operate everything entirely on our own platform called Travelio, which is fully integrated to Zendesk, which streamlines ticketing, back office operation, and of course, customer inquiries.
Sounds like a lot of different layers. You've got a lot going on there by the sounds of it.
Exactly.
So, Oren, what are the challenges that you managed to solve using AI?
So actually, the travel industry presents unique challenges. As you probably know, online travel agents are kind of in the middle between the customer and the providers. Okay, so it means that there are kind of operational complexity, that customer expects seamless service, that everything is immediate between the provider and everything, and you need to do the best. Okay. So we face a challenge in the complexity of operating all of this thing. Additionally, it's all the topic of data fragmentation. The travel ecosystem is highly fragmented with fluctuating prices and endless data points. Okay, so we have a lot of data, a lot of prices coming from flights provider, from hotels provider, different booking are changed, a schedule changed suddenly, that booking is canceled. So this is also a big challenge for the travel industry. And for our case, all the multi-brand challenge. So actually, to address these challenges, we leverage AI, for example, all the data fragmentation. So we automate data normalization, and we ensure that we offer response in a good SLA and an accurate response. Another thing we did in order to improve all the communication across different brands and to centralize into one place, we developed our own WhatsApp bot. Okay, I think this is a good opportunity to say that thanks to Zendesk modularity, we're able to develop our own WhatsApp bot and to integrate also some AI capabilities and to integrate all of this into Zendesk. Okay, so this you can imagine that this reduce our customer inquiries and of course improve customer satisfaction by 30 to 40%. Probably people that will hear that podcast will know that one of the biggest pain points in customer service when it comes to human agent is when they're getting a customer inquiry and then they need to classify, to categorize that ticket, and then the agent just want to close the ticket, so he select the first value from the drop down just to get rid of the ticket. So not to be not to be mad, but we don't really trust those classification. So we put in place also a classification AI powered.
Amazing, love that. I'd love to see the WhatsApp bot as well. You guys are obviously testing like the platform to its limits. With that in mind, like what does the future look like? What are you thinking around in terms of like enhancements with AI and like what's coming down the road, and what are you guys planning?
So actually, I think that the biggest opportunity lies in personalization. So as all of us know, we are in the personalization era. Everything is personalized to the user, to the customer. And the travel needs to be like that also. Okay, if it's in the booking process, or if it's after the booking, and if it's after I came back from my trip. Okay, so actually, thanks to AI, we can present the most relevant option for each user. This naturally will increase engagement of user. Let's say, for example, you go to Holiday Heroes, and then the platform knows exactly what would be the best package for you. And then you say, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. That's exactly what I was looking for. Together with that, I can see a great opportunity to create a kind of offer assistant. Okay, while you're on the website, you can have an offer assistant that will give you more personalized detail about the offer, the destination. So actually, it can change the traditional travel agent that was expert only on one single destination, on 2 or 3 single destinations. And now you have an offer assistant that can answer any question you have. On the customer experience side, we can anticipate customer needs during pre-trip, on-trip, and post-trip stages, creating a seamless journey. Okay, so actually, if we see that something happened, we can proactively contact the customer to improve the experience. Why the customer needs to reach us? We can reach the customer when we see that something is going wrong. Okay, so I think that the AI is a huge opportunity in all the world of personalization, and of course this will increase engagement and customer experience.
Yeah, that sounds great. And what specific goals and kind of maybe are there metrics or things you're trying to track to get a sense of whether that's having an impact or whether that strategy is working?
So actually, in the world of AI and customer experience, the metric that I would follow in order to measure success and to understand if it's actually working or not is to first see if I was able to reduce SLA, if my customer were able to get faster response. If yes, I did my job. Okay, I did it. It's amazing. Additionally, enhance scalability. In the future, we'd like to penetrate in other markets. But if we'll need to increase our team for that, I'm not sure it will make sense. So for that, the AI can help us scale without growing too much our team, but keeping the same experience and the same resources. This would be amazing. And the last point, from my point of view, which would be the best, is to actually empowering agents. Okay, so I want my agent to focus on the best quality that they give to customer. I don't want them to do repetitive tasks and manual tasks where they need to read email and then to understand what happened there. They don't need to do that. They need to focus on giving the best service and the best experience to the customer. Because at the end, the customer is doing something very fun, okay? Is going to vacation. Everyone loves vacation. So you need to get the best out of that.
Yeah, no, it sounds fair. Again, it sounds like something we'd all welcome, I would imagine. Can you share any sort of real life examples that you've seen like come to life from an agent or a customer standpoint when you've implemented some of these strategies?
Yeah, sure. So actually, we put in place, we replaced a manual process that was a very tough process called the schedule change process. What is a schedule change process? Schedule change process is when an airline decides to delay or even cancel a flight, and then we, as travel agent, as online travel agent, we are getting from that airline the notice of that delay or even of that cancellation. Okay, so as a travel agent, we need to notify our customer. Now, not all the airline are providing like structured way or APIs or something like that to push us this notification. They're just sending us an email like any other customer, because from the airline perspective, they don't really care. From there, it doesn't matter if the passenger is coming from his own or from us. Okay, so they're just sending an email, and then our team had to look at those email, extract the value from that email to understand what was changed, which flight was changed. After they did all that research work, they had to go and look for the booking in our platform to understand, etc. And then I said no more. We cannot work like that because at the end, the experience of the customer is hurt. Okay, and this is what we don't want to happen. Okay, so what we did, we created a virtual agent that has access to Zendesk. Okay, so thanks to Zendesk modularity, to the amazing Zendesk API that let us do whatever we want. Okay, so we were able to put in place a program that is actually connected to Zendesk. That program has some AI capabilities. Okay, and once an email comes into Zendesk, so that email is directly sent to that virtual agent, which is our program in our end. That virtual agent has AI capabilities, is able to read that email and to extract the values from that email and to output that values in a structured way to let us work with this. So this is where the AI, it was a complete game changer from that perspective, because it streamlined that process, automated that process. And of course, it affected the customer satisfaction immediately.
Yeah, sounds like a great example. Yeah, I can't imagine having to deal with that level of complexity, but look, you're definitely like further down the line in your AI journey, and clearly you've got a lot of expertise internally to allow you to do that. Like, what advice would you give to organizations that maybe aren't at that stage in their journey? Maybe it's like SMBs that are looking to kind of put their first toe in the water. What advice would you give them, and what steps do you think they should take to get onto that journey from an AI perspective?
So actually, I would say that they need to start with clear objectives. Okay, define the challenges that you want AI to solve, and to set measurable KPIs. Because without KPIs, we'll do a lot of work and then you won't understand if it helped or not. Okay, so at the beginning to do that. Then second point is to define the processes. Okay, so actually take all the processes in the operation and start to break them into small chunks. Okay, this is actually what I did when all the AI era started. When I break down all those processes into small chunks, I looked at those small chunks and I asked myself, which of those chunks need human intelligence? Okay, those small chunks that needed human intelligence, I said, okay, let's switch that chunk with AI. Okay, third point, begin small. Start with simple processes. I can give you an example. We have a process of unsubscribing from newsletter. Okay, so you have the traditional way where you can just press unsubscribe and then it's done systematically without any complexity. But you have the people that don't understand they need to press on that button. They just sending an email, remove me from newsletter. Okay, now up until the AI era, you couldn't map all the possibilities in the world of the meaning, remove me from the newsletter. And then here comes all the failures that you missed an email, and then it can be very, very problematic. Mm-hmm. So I put in place one very simple process. My virtual agent is reading the email. It understands if it says something about newsletter removal. If yes, it triggers on our marketing automation system the unsubscribe. And that's it. And that's it. Okay, so this is, I think it's a great example of begin small. Very simple process without too much complexity. Okay? And of course, measure success and iterate. Understand if it has an impact on your operation, on your business, and improve it. And, you need to iterate and understand if it helped and if it improved the KPIs. One last thing I want to say is that from my experience, I grew up as a customer service agent. Okay, so I felt all the pain points in our operation, in our service team, understood the real problem. And when I grew up and I arrived to my position today, and I had the tools to solve all those problems, I understood that the dev team needs to be involved with the operation teams in order to make it much more efficient. Because at the end, you really need to understand the problem and to feel the problem before running and developing, etc. You need to first understand. Sit with the operation teams, understand what are the real pain points, and then when you understand them, your solution will be much more efficient.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. They're lucky they had you there in the early days to understand what was really going on, so I think they've benefited from that. Look, Oren, thanks so much for sharing all those insights with us. It sounds like you're doing amazing things at the organization, and I wish you every success with it going forward. So thanks again for taking the time today, and we really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you guys.